Hi, Matt here at the Turning Gate, and in this video I just wanted to take some time to walk you around the new community forum. We've been trialing this thing out for a little over a week now. We really like what we found, and we decided to transition the community to this new platform. The platform is based on Discourse, which is an open source community software. You can get there, of course, by clicking around through the Turning Gates website, much of which we're currently in the process of redesigning and migrating to a new home. But things are up and you can use them in the meantime. So if you want to get here directly, you can do that by going to discourse.theturningate.net. So you'll need to register a new account. Your old sign-ins from the previous forum will not work here. I know that's a little inconvenient, but it's a minor hitch. Once you're logged in, this is the main display here on the left-hand side. On the right, I've got a folder of images open, and we'll get to that in a minute. But the main screen lets you see all the different categories, which are on this left column. So we've got announcements and information, Backlight 3 support, which is where you should go if you need help with trying to figure something out, you're having a problem, something's not working correctly. We've got Backlight 3 customization, which is if you're trying to do some custom coding, some custom styling, or implementing some functionality through PHP plugins or whatever, go to the customization category. We've got the user showcase, which if you're using Backlight 3 and you've got your website up and running, we want to see it. So come in here and show it to us. The general category is for whatever you want to talk about. It can be Backlight related, or you can just have a conversation with some fellow photographers and Backlight users. Tips and tricks is where the creators and some of our community experts and moderators will be posting just miscellaneous tidbits, pieces of code, or some advice on how to use something. There might be some overlap here with documentation, but you may also find things in tips and tricks that don't necessarily make it into documentation. It's a little less formal than the docs. Site feedback is where if you want to talk to us about the Turning Gate, about the forum, about the demonstrations, or any other aspect of the Turning Gate's web presence, please drop it in site feedback. Of course, we're always working to improve. That is, for example, why we're transitioning to this new community platform and why we are switching hosts. And we just created the new Backlight microsite recently, and we're just reshuffling things, trying to make them both easier for us to maintain, but also so that we're able to provide better resources to you, our community. The legacy product support is where if you have questions about something that is other than Backlight 3, whether that is Backlight 2 or 1, or even if you want to drop some questions about our old Lightroom plugins, you can do it there. And then I'm logged in as a staff user, so I have the staff category, but most of you won't see that. It's a locked category that is only open to myself, Ben, and our moderators. So on the right-hand side, we have our latest posts. When there are unread topics, they will appear with a darker title, black instead of gray, so that you can easily see what is there to be read. You can browse by category. You can see the latest. You can look at the most active posts using top, and then you can have some options to filter by date. So lots of capability there for delving into things. Of course, you can also use the search bar to try to locate topics by keyword, so that if you're having a specific issue, you can see whether it's been addressed. There are profiles. Well, actually, there are notifications. So when people like something that you've posted or reply to one of your topics, you can get notifications. You also have various options for getting email notifications. There's a mailbox for private messages. You can bookmark posts. And then if you click your name here, you can get into some personal preferences and customize your profile a bit. So profiles can include, of course, like a picture, your web address, your username, things of that nature. But you can also set some things like when you click on a link in a post, will it open in a new tab or in the current tab? You've got some control over your experience. So I would encourage everyone to delve into your personal preferences once you're logged in here. Of course, you can navigate to some other areas of the site here in the menu. And at any time, clicking the Turning Gate logo in the top left will take you back to the front page of the Discourse forum. So posting new topics is really cool. It brings up this sort of overlay panel. You can grab the blue bar and you can increase the size of that if you'd like. And from anywhere in the forum, you can post to any category. So you can give it a title and then select a category. And this is mandatory. You have to do this before you're allowed to type your message. So maybe I'm going to post to general. And then once you're in here, a couple of things. You get a live preview, which is really cool, but it also takes Markdown formatting. And if you're using Backlight by now, you're probably accustomed to using Markdown because we do use it in Backlight. So you can do things like include headings. You can type out some paragraphs, and it'll also, if there are topics that it detects as similar, it will give you some notifications. So maybe you start typing a post and then it says, oh, hey, here are some similar posts. And you might find that the thing you're writing about already exists, and you can go check that information out, or you can maybe even find the answer you're looking for without having to write in. But you type into this thing. One of the really cool things for me, because I'm in support, so I'm working to help you guys a lot. Sometimes I have to post code. We get Markdown support for code snippets. So you use backticks, 3 of them, to open a code block. And then it also has syntax highlighting. So if I am writing HTML, I can do 3 backticks, tell it HTML, and then when I start writing my HTML, it should give me some code highlighting. And I'm just writing in some very basic HTML. Let me close this div, and then 3 more ticks to close the code block. And then in the live preview, you can see that the tags are now red with blue brackets. So that makes the code really easy to parse and read as a user, which I like a lot. And of course, you also can syntax highlight your CSS. You can do the same with JS. I'll just put in a commented line. You can do the same with PHP, for example, if we're sharing some PHP plugins, snippets. So that's a really cool feature. And then also, I'm not getting it in the live preview, but once this is posted, then you'll get a little button on these where you can copy that snippet to your clipboard. So if you're reading the forum and you see some code that you want, like you don't have to do this thing where you highlight it anymore. There'll just be a button and you can click it. It goes to your clipboard. Then you go and you paste it into your file or into Backlight and you use it. It makes it really cool. Now, the reason I have the images open on the side is because this is something that was really a pain about the old forum, because you had to host all of your images yourself. But in the new forum, if you want to include an image in the post, you just drag it in here and it adds it. And then when you mouse over the preview, you can either tell it to show it at 100% or 75% or at 50%. So you get some control over how that displays. It makes it really, really easy to get images into your posts. So if you need to show us something that you're having issues with, you need to share an error or a piece of the UI that you are confused about, or something on your website that doesn't look right, and we're like, well, we really need to see it to help you. Now you can just drop those images right into your posts, which I love. And I think a lot of you are going to love that as well. So, of course, you can, click to create the topic. You can cancel if you don't want to create it. I'm going to cancel this in a minute. You can also hide the preview. Show the preview. If you want to keep the thing that you're replying to in view. You just bring this down and you can still have a view of what you're doing. Really cool stuff. I'm going to abandon this post. Say I go into, I don't know, here's a post, and I want to quote this guy. So all I do is I highlight some text in his post, I get this quote button, I click it, and there's the quote. And it's ready to go. So it also makes quoting really easy. So there are a lot of really excellent features here for writing. A lot of great discoverability features. And of course, click that logo, takes you back to the front page. And I think there's a lot of good features here for also just helping to engage with the community. We have various trust levels that you can rank up through as you continue to be active in the forum. Of course, if you're ever at a trust level where you're unable to do something you feel like you should be able to do, reach out to me and I'll see what I can do about that. We're still using default settings for a lot of things, and over time, as people experience the forum, we're going to try to massage those defaults into a better place for our specific case. So your feedback is valuable and welcome. Please hit me up if you have anything to say. Also, you can message people directly. That's me. If I want to message Tom here, I can click on Tom's profile and then I can click message and I can direct message him within the forum. So that makes it really easy to get in touch with someone privately if you want to. And Tom's done a great job of filling out his profile already. You can see there's a simple description here, a link to his website. Man, I don't know what else to say. I think this is a great platform for our community, and I'm really excited to see all of you in here and start having a lot of back and forth. So again, join us at your earliest convenience, and if nothing else, please go into the user showcase and share your website. We've got some great links in here already if you want to go see the work of some of our early posters. And I want to see all of you in here as well. And of course, if you need help with Backlight 3, the support forum is here for you. So yeah, join up and hit us up with all of your messages. I will talk to you soon in the new Discourse forum. Have a great day.